Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Mythlok with your host, Nitin Nair. In our previous episode, we visited Korea and Southeast Asia and looked at the goddess of the kitchen or the fire or the hearth. And we figured let's keep up with a similar theme and look at another god who is associated with fire, but this time also with metallurgy and volcanoes. All the way from Italy, we are going to be diving into the Roman god of the fire, Vulcan. Vulcan is the Roman god of fire who is most associated with its destructive manifestations such as volcanoes and conflagrations. He has his own priest in Rome where his worship was practiced since antiquity, and on August 23rd, the Vulcanalia, his most important festival, is held. To mark the occasion, Roman family heads threw tiny fish into the fire. As suggested by his nicknames Quietus and Mulciber, or the fire allayer, Vulcan was invoked to put out these fires. His temples were appropriately situated outside the city because he was a deity of destructive fire and not the constructive kind. In Roman mythology, Vulcan was Caecilius' father and the man who founded Praeneste, which is now Palestrina, Italy. Servius, a commentator on Virgil who lived in the 4th century AD, tells the story. According to Virgil, in Book 8 of the Aeneid, Vulcan was also the father of the monster Caucasus, who was killed by Hercules for stealing his cattle. Vulcan was said to be extremely ugly and had a deformity which affected his leg and back. This made him an outcast from the pantheon. He harbored resentment against the gods and was also angry on himself for being repulsive to others. He built a chair that also served as a trap to ensnare Juno, his mother. Once Juno sat on the chair, she was trapped and could not release herself from it. Jupiter then commanded Vulcan to release Juno and asked Venus, the goddess of love, to marry Vulcan in return. This ended up being a loveless marriage as Venus was not attracted to Vulcan and cheated on him several times. It is said that when Venus cheated on him, Vulcan would get angry and beat the metal in the forges so hard that sparks would fly out of Mount Etna. Vulcan was the son of Juno and Jupiter, and he was a prominent member of the Roman pantheon. His full siblings included Mars and Bellona. Through Jupiter, he also had several half-siblings. Some of these include Mercury, the messenger god of the Roman state, as well as Proserpina, the child of Pluto, who was abducted by the enemy. Minerva, the goddess of wisdom, was also among his half-siblings. He married Venus, a goddess of lust, love and sex, which provided him with a beautiful contrast to his unfavorable image. His sons from other wives include Cecrops, Philemon, Corinetes, and Spinta. The old Latin name of Vulcan or Vulcanus is derived from the Latin word volcano and fire, which implies that he was associated with the fires at the forge. It could also refer to his childhood in Sicily's Mount Etna volcano. When he was a child, he lived in a cage beneath Sicily's Mount Etna. The caverns beneath it provided him with all the knowledge he would need to become a skilled blacksmith. The molten core of the volcano gave him access to burning embers that he would then create a fire using his own design and the bellows. After he had extracted the ores from the subterranean home, he started to heat them up. The resulting metals such as silver, copper, gold, and iron could be turned into various weapons and armor. Through his subterranean workshop, he was able to master the art of forging. He was able to create Jupiter's scepter and various other notable items such as Mercury's winged shield and his lightning bolts. The name Vulcan, which was used to refer to a race of alien humans in the TV series Star Trek. Like the god of the same name, the members of the race would often avoid emotional outbursts and rely on logic to guide their actions. The term volcano refers to the various vents in the Earth's crust that allow hot gases and lava to escape, and is said to be named after Vulcan to symbolize his mastery over fire and metallurgy. The city of Sheffield is known for its steel industry, and one of the most prominent landmarks in the city is the statue of the god of steel, which is located on the town hall's roof. In Birmingham, Alabama, a massive statue of this deity is known to be the world's largest cast iron statue. In Smite, a massively multiplayer online role-playing game, gods of the universe battle each other, and Vulcan is a playable character. In BLA and GB Gabler's The Automation, the god of steel known as Vulcan is a main character. Vulcan is one of those gods who are shunned to the darkness and to play with fire and things that are potentially dangerous for even gods to handle. But he succeeded and created a niche for himself wherein most of the gods relied on Vulcan's expertise with fire and metal to create their weapons. This is why Vulcan even today has a very high regard among blacksmiths and those who deal with fire. There are many other characters who play this role of the blacksmith god, especially in European mythology, and we will be looking at them in the days to come. Until then, there's a small request from our end. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so because it would help the Google algorithm bring this video to many more people who are interested in a similar topic. Every subscription from your end helps us grow our channel and create better videos and invest more time for research. Thank you very much. This is your host Nitin Nair signing out by reminding you once again that Mythlok is the home of mythology.